Proverbs 19:8. He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. He that keepeth understanding shall find good. The popular cry for self-love and self-esteem is a lie of humanistic psychology. The first listed symptom of perilous times of the last days. Listen what it says. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. It is contrary to the Bible, which knows man loves himself enough and should learn to love others as much and esteem them better. Philippians 2:3-4 says, Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. According to this proverb, the man who truly loves his soul seeks after wisdom. Wisdom brings peace and prosperity to your life. The good life is what wisdom brings to the man that possesses it. Proverbs 16:22. Understanding is a wellspring of life unto him that hath it, but the instruction of fools is folly. Wisdom is the power to make right judgments, and Solomon admonishes all of us to seek it. In chapter 4, verse 7 of Proverbs, the Bible says the wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding. Solomon was probably the richest man ever, but note what he wrote. He said, speaking of wisdom, she is more precious than rubies, and all things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. How do you get wisdom? Well, I believe there's a number of things we ought to keep in mind. First of all, we need to humble ourselves before God. Proverbs 9:10 says, The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That's humbling ourselves before Him. Esteem Him as far greater. Secondly, trust the Bible on every subject. In Psalm 119, it says, Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. Thy testimonies are wonderful, therefore doth my soul keep them. The entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. Thirdly, I would say, dedicate yourself to learning. In Proverbs 18:1, it says, Through desire, a man having separated himself, seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. Fourthly, ask for it. James 1:5 says, If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. And lastly, from Psalm 1:2, I would say, meditate on it often. He says in that verse, But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.